Well, let's see if we got any sound coming out the back end here. Uh, Gonna take a minute for the YouTube to catch up, and then possibly have to go through some ads. But we'll see if we can get this. See if we can get the sound coming out. We got sound. Okay, let me set this up the way I like it. And this. Alrighty, let's start this off the right way. Ladies, gentlemen, pronouns, lend me your ears. Crazy Kid back for another live stream. And we're starting to get into the warmer weather now. So, what are you going to do for summer? Let summer begin. Finally. Oh, I've been waiting for this warmer weather, especially since we got our new air units in. And so far, two thumbs up. I'm looking for a magnet or a McDonald's magnet to go on the side of that thing there because I'm loving it, you know. But yeah, it's got heat and air, and it's got a fan that cools down. And so far, I've just had it on fan, and it's kept this room very mild, very nice. I'm really happy with the product that they put in. They did a lot of research to find out whether this is going to be a good fit for this building, and so far, I'm loving it. I don't have to lift a heavy air conditioner over my head to put it into a sleeve. And it's just one of those things that I don't have to do that stuff no more. So, what are your plans for summer? Now that the warmer weather's coming, it's going to come in and just like bake everything. Are you going to go camping, glamping, go to the beach, go for walks, whatever? What's your uh, summertime activity? Is it gardening? Is it yard work? Is it going out to family reunions because you just never know when you're going to need a kidney? Or just trying to figure out who not to get involved with in a relationship? So let's have a conversation about that kind of stuff when more people come into the chat. And when you come in, please, give yourself a shout out, say hello, say hi to everybody, say hi to me. But I recently came across a new channel video show kind of thing, and I'm kind of hoping that this channel and I can work together and help each other grow exponentially on the platform. I think what they're doing is not just special; it's much needed for the music industry. And as soon as I get word back from them about what I proposed for them, hopefully I'll get a positive response and be putting out some really interesting stuff. But let's just keep things going on. I feel very positive about what this new channel is that I found is doing. They've got a really interesting program. So hopefully we can work things out, and this summer we can get some more members come into our community of friends who like music and the stories behind them. As far as me this summer, I'm just going to be chilling out, hanging out, going here, going there, trying to figure out some interesting things around the area to put into my Patreon page. I've already added a couple of new videos recently. So if you're interested in helping the channel out, helping to support the channel, there's some new content up on the Patreon page. But yeah, we just had during a very cold weekend, we had the JC Fair go up in one of our parks, and I didn't go to it because I was too cold. Wasn't feeling the greatest, and I didn't want to catch a cold, especially with warmer weather coming along to enjoy. But apparently, I wasn't the only one who didn't want to go. Apparently, it was quite barren. So, I think amusement rides are pretty much gone by the wayside around our area, especially the pop-up carnivals like JC Fair. Are you going to go to amusement parks this summer? It's usually a summertime hot spot. Water parks, summer amusement parks. Go on those fancy roller coasters and stuff. I remember last time I went to Canada's Wonderland was like back in the late 90s, early 2000s, and I went there and it cost me like $65 for a day pass. And for that $65, every time I went on a ride, somebody put these belts and harnesses and stuff on me and pushed them down so tight that I basically had a groin injury at the end of it. It was so hot and sunny out that I ended up with heat stroke, sunburn, and it left me wondering how much it was going to cost me the following year. But I had a good time. Apparently, to go to Canada's Wonderland now per person, it's like $85. $85 to go to an amusement park that hasn't really gotten a whole lot bigger. Like there isn't that much more than there was back, 25 years ago. So, how the price goes up like $20 a month or $20 a day. But yeah, it was a good time. But when you're like, they have a minimum height for the rides, they don't have a maximum height for the ride. If you're over 6 feet tall or 6 foot tall or over, some of them rides are going to hurt. They're built for the average height of 5 foot to 5'10". You get too much taller than that, those over the shoulder harnesses, they're going to sit out like this. And they're just barely going to hold you down. But yeah, there was all kinds of fun rides there. The last time I went, some people like to go camping during the summer months. A really good friend of mine, he pretty much goes camping every weekend. Every weekend that he can, he goes out, takes his trailer and hauls it off to a different park, sets it up for the weekend, and just kind of relaxes for the weekend. To me, that's just too much damn work. I figure, just bring a trailer, set it up once, go camping whenever you want to go camping, and just keep going back to the same spot. This way here, you're not constantly buying wood at accelerated prices. And you're not, tearing everything down, making sure, okay, did I remember to bring everything home? And, dragging all that stuff on the highway back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. To me, I think that's just way too much work. Getting a seasonal lot would be much better, in my opinion. This way here, you just got to bring clean clothes and food, and then you're partying. But they call that glamping, glamour camping. So You know, if you can afford to go camping or glamping, hey, more power to you. Uh, some people, like to spend their time out in the garden. Um, Personally, I have a hard time growing things, um, like growing plants. Um, I don't know what it is. It just as soon as I, try to feed them or whatever like that, they end up dying. I'm trying to grow peppers out on my balcony, but we'll see how that works. Hopefully, I'll get more than one. Last year, I got one pepper out of 3 plants. I got one solitary pepper that we ate. Hopefully, we get a few more than that. If we don't, I ain't doing it again. I already told my parents, nope. If I don't get any more than if I don't get any real decent amount of peppers off this, I ain't doing it again. I'm not dealing with that. And I'll put in plastic flowers and be done with it. They'll probably even wilt, knowing my luck. Yeah, I went to the car show. It was awesome. Like, there were some cars out there that were they were fantastic. That's another thing that people do during the summer months is they go to car shows, go see the older vehicles on display, and actually relish in the the way that cars have evolved from, like, the early dawns of vehicles to the present day. And that's something my dad and I used to do a lot. Go to the different car shows, and you walk around in shorts and eat hot dogs all weekend long to sit there and check out some 65 Mustangs and some 69 Cobras, and just some amazing cars. And it's an expensive hobby. It really is an expensive hobby. Another expensive hobby is golf. Like, believe it or not, golf is a really expensive hobby. I remember when I was golfing, it would cost like 30, $40 just to play a round of 18 holes with a cart. And then if you didn't get the cart, it was like $30, 25, $30. Hey, Paul, how you doing? Yeah, once you get dry from summer. Yeah. Yeah, we really haven't had a whole lot of wet weather around here. Um, we've had a couple days that were moist, but nothing really to call it, good rainfall. We've had a couple days where it was just like sprinkling all day long, the $1 million rain. But other than that, just it's been sunny and cool. And today was like 75 degrees, so starting to walk our way up that temperature gauge. But yeah, I remember when I was playing golf. Yeah, I'd buy a membership for like $500 and pay for the whole year, and I would go like 2-3 times a week. And the number of balls you lose, that's expensive. Because a lot of times you're looking at $1 or $2 a ball. Mind you, there's a lot of technology in those golf balls. Oh, you haven't been able to open the airfield. Was it underwater? Send in the boats. Get off the plane into a boat and go to the airport. Planes, trains, and boatmobiles. Yeah, learning how to fly float planes. Yeah, yeah. Actually, that would be a kind of an interesting hobby. Is those RC float planes? Landing on the water, taking off from the water. I was talking to my brother the other day. I says, it'd be really interesting is getting one of those cheapy drones just to play with, just to get used to flying them around and stuff like that. Because the neighbor next door, he's got this massive backyard that, I could go back out there and just kind of practice with it a little bit. I might, buy like a cheapy one just to, mess around with, just to have fun. Just to practice to see, like how to, keep it level and, how to get it, do all kinds of different things. And then possibly later on buy one with a camera on it and then do some flyovers. I think it'd be really cool. But that kind of stuff there would be mainly for Patreon videos. Because, flyover videos don't do well with music reactions. And I kind of want to keep the channel as a music reaction videos and, the Patreon as everything else. Use your drone plane to fly it into the living room TV so I can get a new TV. That'd be pretty hard to get the insurance company to pay for that one. What happened to it? My drone flew into it. Well, who is controlling the drone? Me. Self-inflicted. No money. But yeah, just like I'm still trying to get used to the little camera that I got. And it's just a tiny little thing. It doesn't have a viewer on the business end of it where it shows what you're filming. It doesn't show me what it's filming when I'm looking at, when I got it filming me. I can't see what's going on, so I don't know where it's pointing. That's something I'm going to have to get used to, with the stick and all that garbage. But yeah, it's just something to learn with, something to play with, to have a little bit of fun with. But I'm learning. I got my card reader now, so I just pop it in there and transfer the data, and away I go. But yeah, I was thinking, oh man, I was thinking, either this year or next year, picking up one of those cheapy little drones and just have fun with, just to play with, just to see if I enjoy it enough to actually, do something interesting with it. I'm really liking these new lights. They really bring me forward in the videos. When I'm editing the videos, I notice that I'm a whole lot more focused rather than having this half of my face, in shadow. This is actually, doing, a better job in the video. I just wish that I didn't have the bright, stark light right there, because that's what really hurts. But what are other things? Beach volleyball. Go to the beach, have some fun at the beach, play some volleyball, or play with a beach ball. Send your dog out into the water. Just all kinds of stuff like that, and building sandcastles on the beach. That's kind of fun, but a lot of the times, you see some of the stuff that people have made as, sand art, like beach art. And it's like, this little bucket that I used to make this little mountain to make a sandcastle, that's nothing compared to what they did over there. Like, I'd love to be able to do something like those other people, but nope. I hit hell no button on that. get your barbecue all shined up, ready to go for some good old barbecue seasoned cooking. That's a lot of people like to do. I might actually get my barbecue cleaned up a little bit and probably use it sometime soon. Get it put up here on the balcony and light it up, and away we go. But yeah, some people, they just prefer to stay indoors because they don't like the heat, and that's fine and dandy too. Grab yourself a book and have yourself a time in the air conditioning. What else is available during the summertime to do? Oh, go boating and fishing and stuff like that. Like I remember back 30 years ago, I used to go water skiing and fishing and cliff jumping and all kinds of stuff. I ain't doing that stuff now. I haven't been on a boat in so long, it ain't funny. Fishing would be a fun video to do for the Patreon page. Just to show what kind of some of the fish that we got around here. Like, remember years ago, I caught a fish. It fed 17 people, and we froze the other side. One strip of the fillet fed 17 people. So it was a good fish. Big. That fillet was about almost a foot wide, all the way down. The fish was about 3 feet long, man. It was a good sized fish. I have to go. I thought you'd stop in, say hi, take care and be safe there, my friend. Probably see you on either a Fourth Impact live stream or back here again sometime. Yeah. If you can, go for a swim for me. Since you got all that water. But the summertime is a good time to just kind of get out, take a walk, and maybe go out and have an ice cream. We got an ice cream shake shop just around the corner, and they're open from like May 2, 4 all the way and wrapped around to like Thanksgiving in October, and they serve up a lot of people during that period of time, man. But other than that, I don't know too much else. Go for a bike ride. You can go for a bike ride pretty much anytime. But a lot of people, they like to go play at the parks, go on the slides and whatever like that. Do whatever. What are the fun things that you do during the summertime? Sit back on the porch, have a beer, catch some rays, catch some suntan, get some suntan lotion, and try not to bake like a piece of bacon. I don't know what else we can talk about here. No interaction. Kiki and Jasmine, how you doing, Kieran? Fishing tourism is big in Ireland. Some of the best rivers in Europe. Nice. Hey, if I ever get to Ireland, and you're around, let's go fishing. We'll go to the ministry or wherever, the Parks and Recreation. Go get our sport fishing license and go cast some worms. Yeah, I used to do a lot of fishing. I used to go fishing for food. I had no qualms about it. When I caught a fish, if it was an eaten type of fish, I'd eat it. I'd cook it up and have it for dinner. I remember one time we were out on the Detroit River, my uncle and I. Waves were, 8 feet, but they were just rolling waves. They weren't white caps or nothing. And we caught this fish. It was about 24 inches long, the peckerel. And we strung it up, put it in the live well, kept it alive, and all of a sudden it started raining. So I was like, let's get the hell out of here. Oh yeah, Canada has a lot of hiking trails. So we put that fish in the live well. It started raining, so we got off the water, and the fresh water from the rain kept that fish alive all the way from Amherstburg all the way back to Pancor. And that's about an hour and 20-minute drive. And we're dragging the boat, get all the way home, and I go to put this fish up on the table to slice it up to like fillet it, and this fish is still flopping. And I'm like, well, got to do it. I grabbed had the knife in the sheath. I just grabbed it, went pop, knocked him on the head, and kind of stunned him a little bit, and I carved him up. Took the fillets off him. We fried it up. We ate, and then we came outside, and the fish just died. Like you see the mouth doing done. Chatio, how you doing? How are you doing, my friend? Yeah, what do you normally do during the summertime? Yeah, the only thing about hiking is, people go and they buy a brand new pair of boots and a compass, and they go, let's go for a hike. And then they get lost, and 10 people got to go looking for that guy. And then it's like, 3-4 days later, it's like, all of a sudden 3 of them people got lost looking for one guy that's got a new compass and a new pair of boots. Next thing you know, it's a forest region pandemic where 8,000 people are disappeared because they're looking for one guy with a brand new compass and a brand new pair of boots. Oh, you use all trails to stay on the trail? Nice. Yeah, that's that'd be a decent way to make sure that you're going to return. But some people, they don't do that. I got a new compass. Let's go hiking. But yeah, I if you like hiking, and if you're ever in Ontario, like middle Ontario, like around Toronto area, Toronto, Niagara Falls area, Ottawa, in around that neighborhood, there's a place called Algonquin Park. It's a national park. It's wonderful. It's got lots of hiking trails, and there's all kinds of like wild animals like moose, beaver, deer. There's all kinds of stuff on that trail, and you get to see some of Canada's wild wilderness, and it is quite beautiful. You're in Colorado near Denver. Oh yeah, so many insane trails. Yeah. And then you guys get avalanches up there too? I flew over Denver, Colorado when we went to Las Vegas, but that's as close as I got. The higher elevations, yeah. We went to Las Vegas in 1999, and we learned something about some of the people in Las Vegas. They've got no sympathy for pedestrians. Yeah, Garmin GPS. I bought my parents a Garmin GPS for their car. Like, what do you get for somebody who's got everything? New technology. That's what you get them. But the technology was so new, even the Garmin got you lost. I remember I borrowed it one time to go look at a vehicle that I thought was my truck, the one that I had before. And it was for sale. And I was like, okay, I'm going to, use the Garmin GPS to go and drive and, we'll find this thing. Well, it put me on the right road, but it wanted me to go 3 miles past where the truck actually was. If I'd have followed it to where it wanted me to go, I'd have been like lost. I'd have been like way away from it. It was just so happened I saw the truck in the driveway, and I was like, nope, that's it. So, I pulled in, found out, it was my truck. And the way I could tell was the steering wheel was bent. And the guy that owned it, he was asking me, he says, how do you know this is your truck? I said, the steering wheel's bent. He goes, yeah, I know. I wasn't able to straighten that. He goes, how did it bend? I says, I got pissed off. And I pulled it. And he goes, ooh. So he goes, I couldn't figure out how that got bent like that. So I just yanked on it. So, lots of stuff to do in the summertime. Lots more stuff to do in the summertime. Like, I don't know if they still have them, but up in Niagara Falls, Ontario, on the Ontario side, there used to be a long time ago. There used to be a go-kart truck that you could actually pay money and get in these high-powered go-karts and just go mess around on this go-kart track and see if you can lay down some really good laps. I don't know if it's still there or whether it's still open to the public, if it is still there. But, back in the day, go-kart tracks used to be all over the place. One thing I do want to do this summer is take my little camera to South Buxton Raceway, which is like in a neighboring community from where I'm at, and go showcase that on my Patreon page for the races, dirt track racing. And last time I was there, the racing was exciting. It was there was a lot of stuff happening. There was going so fast on a small track on dirt. Like they're getting up to 100 miles an hour. In I think they got it up to a half-mile track now. They're getting up to 100 miles an hour on dirt. It's nuts. You don't speed up too quick on dirt, and you don't slow down too quick on dirt. But somehow these guys figured it out. Then they go sliding around the sides. They get the butt end of that thing just sliding around the outside. Oh yeah, it's interesting. I might do that this summer sometime. See if my brother will, ask his friend if he can take me. I think that'd be fun to do. But I have put up the videos on the car show and Tecumseh Park on my Patreon page for those people who want to help support the channel. Aside from that, I really don't have a whole lot more left to talk about this topic. I don't know anything else that, there's summertime sports like baseball. My cousin moved into a house that's got a baseball field right out their back door. But for me to get there, I got to jump on a bus, head out of town, and hope I can hit the bus on the way back before they shut the services down for the day. So I might wind up missing some of the games. There's a baseball field just around the corner from where I live. I say just around the corner. It'd probably take me about half, 3/4 of an hour to walk there, maybe even more. But just summertime football, lacrosse, soccer, baseball, auto racing. There's all kinds of stuff going on in the summertime. It's just a matter of, do you partake? you know, that's not the kind of partake I'm talking about, but like there's all kinds of water sports like fishing, water skiing, all kinds of stuff like that. Like around where I'm at, there's not a whole lot of big waves to do surfing. Itchy nose. So we don't live on the ocean where I'm at. So, we got all the Great Lakes around me. So, if you see a big wave, usually there's bad storm involved. And I have been caught out on the lake a few times in a bad storm. And not fun. Not fun at all. When the lightning hits the water, you don't want to touch anything that's metal on the boat. I was out fishing in that. I was out fishing, and all of a sudden a tornado ripped through a close by town. So I think I'm gonna shut the stream down here where I'm at, and wish everybody, a good day, a good afternoon, a good week. So until we get to the next one, folks, I wish you all peace, love, and happiness.